What's up, y'all? So today we'll be making my first ever seafood crab boil, and when I tell you this hit, girl, watch this whole video. So right now I'm just showing y'all all of the different seasonings I'm going to be having in this video, so you'll know ahead of time what you're going to be needing. All these seasonings, take a picture, screenshot, do what you ever gotta do. Okay, all right, so let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing we're gonna be using is our crab boil packet, and I have a big pot because all of our ingredients are going to be boiled in this pot. So you want to go ahead and drop that into the water, add you some lemon slices, okay, and then some garlic. Here's some garlic, we dropping that also in the water. Then I have my chicken flavor bouillon. It comes with 6 in total, but I only use 3. And then I believe these is the little parsley sticks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're gonna put that in the water and let that start to cook. So now I have my red potatoes, and I'm going to rinse them out with some warm water and just rinse them, you know, one by one in a group. Clean them off, do what you gotta do, because this is the first thing we're gonna be boiling, because I feel like the potatoes take the longest. So get the longer processed stuff out the way first. So as you can see, the water is, you know, heating up, starting to come to a little simmer boil. All of that stuff that's at the top is the chicken flavor little seasoning things that I kind of like was crushing in between what I was washing the potatoes. So that's why you see all of that at the top. That's just the chicken bouillon flavor. I don't know how to pronounce it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And we're just gonna go ahead and take our red potatoes and drop them in there. At first I was going to use some potatoes, but really it was probably like 20 potatoes inside the bag, so I just cooked the whole potato thing. Yes, there was a lot of leftover potatoes, I would say, but it's okay. So now we're gonna be using our sausages, and the sausages I'm gonna be using is the New Orleans smoked sausage, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use 4 out the pack. If you want to cook the whole thing, you can, but this is just how much I'm gonna use. And I did just cut them in half. I didn't make them into small slices. So whatever your preference is, and you want to go ahead and put in your oven, whether that's your conventional oven or your big duty oven, and let that cook. So see the timing, I really didn't time, but as you can see, the potatoes are definitely way lighter, and that is red. And then I'm going to take my little pick. I was struggling trying to do this so y'all could see everything like while recording on camera. Being mindful, this is only my second, you know, cooking video, and I told y'all we gonna get better at this, and I want to, you know, share my cooking side too with y'all. So the potatoes was done probably like within 20 minutes. I'm just guessing, but you will know they're done because you will definitely stick a stick in there, and then if it, you know, goes in smoothly, that means they're cooked all the way inside, and then the color change. Now I'm gonna use my corn. It's the second thing that's gonna go inside of this pot mixture, and this seasoning boil gives everything like a taste, you know. And it's just shout out to Cooking with Ja for this recipe, because she's really the MVP. Okay, so you're gonna put your corns in there. You could definitely get the smaller corns, but this is what Publix had at the time, so I just got the more larger corn. And now I'm going to go ahead and season my shrimp while the corn is cooking. So we already have the potatoes cooked, now we have the corn, and we about to go ahead and season up my shrimp. So I'm just taking the different seasonings and seasoning up the shrimp. These the jumbo large shrimp from Publix in the pack. I'm just showing y'all what I'm using. And on the seasoning, if y'all see numbers, y'all know like when y'all use a product so heavily, the expiration date be like going away. So it's just definitely easier. A little hack, if you don't do this already, take a permanent marker and put the expiration date on both. So if y'all seeing numbers on the bottle of the seasonings, that's what that is, because honey, we need to know when these things expire, because whatever print they be using, them things be coming off. But you want to go ahead and add seasoning to the shrimp. You don't have to overdo the shrimp. You don't have to over season it. Y'all already know it's like a water based, and it's kind of hard for seasoning to stick on shrimp depending on what you're doing. But being that it's about to be cooked inside of a butter sauce thing, you don't have to overdo the shrimp. Just make sure it's enough. So yeah, add all your little seasonings to the shrimp to your liking. And then you want to go ahead and mix it with your hands. And yes, wash your hands, clean your dishes as you're going along to make the cleaning process faster do all that you got to do, okay? Yes, my hands clean, wash them about 50 times. So yeah, use your hands or whatever. And this is what it should look like. Now I'm about to take my pan and I'm finna use Lando Lake's unsalted butter. In total, it comes with 4 sticks. So the first that we're gonna use is for the shrimp. So I'm gonna just drop the whole stick in there. Then I'm gonna use the minced garlic, add that into there. We're gonna also add some parsley flakes into this little pan with the butter and the garlic. Parsley, y'all know, is really for decoration. It really ain't got no taste to it, but you know, who don't like parsley on their food? Y'all be putting parsley on everything. So once that's starting to cook, we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp. And as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other hand because y'all know my arm will definitely be in the whole camera view if I'm not alert and aware, because y'all gotta get into all of this. You know the vibes. You gotta get into all of this. So I think my pan was a tad bit a little too small, but it still worked out perfectly fine. So yeah, depending on how much shrimp you're using, depending on the pan. And I believe I used the whole shrimp pack from Publix, the jumbo shrimp. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let that cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. Make sure you tasting it, and I'm putting thumbs up because it's cooked then, but taste your food as you're going along and check that the shrimp, it don't taste like no rubber. So now we on to the corn. And the corn, I feel like I definitely checked it to see if like the middle part, because y'all know like if that's definitely able to stick through kind of sort of is cooked, and then the corn was at the top, so that's how I knew that was cooked. Now I'm gonna use my crab legs, and I did clean them off of camera, and we're just gonna go ahead and add our crab legs into the boil. And this don't have to be cooked too long. You could cook this for 10-12 minutes, and I believe my boil was on high heat the whole entire time. So yeah, then I let that cover, and then we're gonna go ahead and take them out. So you just need 10 to 12 minutes, and baby, them things cook. Don't walk away from them. You don't want to overcook your seafood, your crab legs, or whatever you're using. Watch your food as you're doing this. I didn't know this process was as long as it was, but I feel like once you get over the boiling process, everything good. Like it really be like this shrimp. I feel like that take the whole time, but it's really worth the wait. At this point, I am no longer purchasing. After you do this recipe, you will no longer, if you do already and you're a big seafood pan, have to be purchasing from any other company. You can make it right at home, okay? Right in your kitchen, and it tastes bomb. It ain't salty, y'all. As you can see, I'm doing the eggs right now. I used about 12 eggs and I added it into the water. And now we're going to go ahead and get started to do our sauce for our seafood that you'll definitely be adding onto it or dipping inside, whatever the case may be. But I just have a little plastic bowl, and I'm just adding a whole bunch of seasonings in there. And I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because I'm just adding seasoning, combining all of them together, because this is what about to give the sauce that taste. So yeah. And as y'all can see, nothing is measured. I'm just going ahead as I'm eyeing everything. I don't have specific measurements. You just need to eye it, and well as taste your food as you're going along to your likings, whatever your preference is. So now I have another pot, and this is about to be where our like I said, sauce is going to be. So I added 3 remaining unsalted butter, and you want to make sure you get unsalted butter because seasonings have salt and you don't want your food to taste salty. Cut up some onions, cut up some garlic as well, and then use the minced garlic that's already pre-cut. Garlic make things taste 100 times better. So now we're about to go ahead and drop our seasonings inside of the butter mixture, and then we're going to also add our W sauce. I don't know how to pronounce it, so we're just going to call it W sauce. And that definitely brings it to life. But be mindful, like I said, make sure you're tasting as you're going along. If it has like a sour bitter taste, add sugar to dilute the bitter taste. And I'm also adding some of the chicken broil boil mixture sauce inside of the butter, as y'all seen. But make sure you're adding sugar just a little tiny bit if it does have a soury taste. So go as you're going along, add some more seasoning as you need to, and this is really basically it. You can definitely take out all the oiling that's at the top, but this is what it should look like. And it's just the taste for me, honestly, y'all. It's really the taste for me. But you can remove all that oil that's at the top. So at this point, I went ahead and got some plates to put my boils in. So we have the corn, the potatoes, the egg, and also the crab legs. And right now I'm adding the shrimp with this buttery taste. And the shrimp with the buttery taste is already a meal in its own, because the flavors and the butter, it just tastes so good. Like, I really amazed myself with this one. It was my first time, and I definitely vlogged this so y'all could see, vlogged it, recorded it, because it's definitely something for y'all to try. If it came out bad, I wouldn't be posting this, okay? And then I'm gonna also go ahead and add my mixture of our sauce that we made, and that basically sums up this video. Y'all go ahead and let me know how you enjoyed it, and thumbs up this video for more cooking videos, because you know the vibes. And I'll check y'all out in the next one.